Welcome to the Fremont Show.
Guys,
sorry for that.
welcome to the Fremont Show. We're actually on right now. Breaking news to our viewers at home. Osama Bin Laden is dead. Completely dead.
Are we sure about this, Lawrence? Are we?
Am I sure about what? That it's breaking news? No, it happened 4 days ago, but for those of you that don't have a computer connection, that steal cable, that aren't on Facebook, that don't go to Stop and Shop,
Twitter,
or open the window, Osama Bin Laden dead.
And I'm pretty
you,
sure there's a
Fremont.
good percentage of people that just get their news through the Fremont Show. So
There's
I'm
a couple
happy
people
that
slumped over in some easy chairs right now that only get
exactly
what's going on from
and
Channel
I'm just
3.
happy we can bring the news to them. Because it must be
Good
a joyous time for you, viewer, who just found out that Osama Bin Laden
USA
was
viewer, are
taken
you
down.
doing it at
So
home?
congratulations.
I mean, call in tonight.
And I'm glad that we were able to bring this information out to him on the Fremont Show.
I feel like the Fremont audience was waiting for a ray of hope, and we just brought it to them. Dead. The United States of America.
Big X over the...
you guys, us, we all did it.
Yes.
He got shot apparently a few times. This is what the media told me. A couple times in the head.
A couple darling...
and then they put him in the
darlings.
ocean. Yeah, a couple old sleeping pills.
Went through his flesh. I assume in and out. Couple in and outers.
Yeah, right.
I think that's what they call them in the game.
The old in and outer.
I'm not always up on my. When I went to the Dominican, I was of course trying to get up on my guerrilla warfare here and there. There was some training.
Do you think it was a guerrilla? So you believe that it was?
So the wounds, those are in and out wounds.
There was a man.
It goes out.
Either way, folks, he is dead. He is.
Yes, sir. So yes,
better than Tuesday.
Brought to you live on the Fremont Show. This breaking news, and I'm just glad we were able to bring to the people, Lawrence.
I feel like over the past few days, it's brought this nation together in such a way that we haven't experienced in such a long time.
Yeah,
it's united us. People across the board.
Lawrence, do you really think that way?
Yeah, I really, really think that way.
Do you really believe that way?
Yeah.
Now, would you think of me as a guy who would be waving the flag?
Oh, wait a minute.
We have a caller.
Oh,
Maybe
go
they
ahead.
can weigh in on this. Hi, you're on the Fremont Show.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello. Caller, you're on the Fremont Show.
Who is it? Who is this?
This is Fremont Barrington in Lawrence Backcorner, my beautiful co-host.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
What number is this? Did you call that number?
No, it's 617-628-9876. It's the Fremont Show.
I believe you called that number below.
You have the wrong number.
I think I know who this is. Did you call in about the breaking story tonight about Osama Bin Laden being dead? We just broke the news to our viewers.
What?
To which part?
Is this who I think it is, Lawrence?
I think it's our friend.
Is this possibly? Do we have?
When the lines get crossed, I don't know who the phone provider is, but the lines get crossed in.
Who is your Papa Hilan?
It's
No,
trying to say
Papa,
Osama Bin Laden. There? I couldn't quite- the whole pop heap hop.
Hope Papa.
Excuse me, sir?
He was
Oh, Papa Hilan.
he was a jerk, and he's dead now. So
I don't know who that is.
he had a beard and Mick
You
Jagger
might have seen a
lips.
time or two on the television.
Yeah, he killed a lot of people. But is this someone that's called in before to the show?
The aerospray chorizo.
Oh, it's
the hairspray chorizo. Once again.
Hairspray.
So hairspray, come on, tell us. I mean, are you happy? Are you glad? Are you an American originally?
Oh, Papa Hilan.
Oh boy.
Hairspray. What are you doing tonight? What's going on in your life?
Oh, sorry. Come on, please.
Oh, Lawrence. It's so beautiful though, Lawrence.
Takes me away.
Oh, well, thank you, Hairspray. Thank you.
Are you there?
Thank you.
Oh, all right. Wow.
I believe he hung up,
Hairspray
Lawrence. I believe he hung up.
Are you sure it's a he?
It might not be.
I
I
thought it was
guess
like a
that's
67-year-old woman. I don't know.
It could be, but just beautiful music, and on a day like this, to be swaying.
Poignant, adds a level of gravitas to a show that otherwise might not have any. But
Lawrence, what I was saying was, if I'm going to have an opinion about this matter, do you think
Let's
I'm
hear
going to
it.
take the side of flag waving, of going down to ground zero and pulling out my member, if you will?
No, what I was saying more so is that it's united everyone. This death of a man, everyone's really excited about it.
No,
So I say,
what-
why
what-
stop there? Who else do we got? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying
well,
necessarily
yeah. Oh,
it goes.
sure.
You
There's
know,
a lot of
patriotism is
jerks.
a byproduct of our lust for blood. I feel
There's
like.
a lot of jerks we could take care of, if that's what you're saying.
Yeah, if you guys have a jerk in mind, if you have anyone else that this nation could benefit by seeing dead in a box, or in Bin Laden's case in the ocean, cleaned and then put in the ocean, was what were.
I see where you're going there, Velvet
Do you?
Nihilist,
Can you-
and this is not the new face of America's Most Wanted. That's what you're trying to give to me
Who
there.
else could we put in the
but
ocean?
actually, I'm on the
dead?
good guy side. And,
Oh yeah.
and Lawrence,
We're
if I
champions of
may,
freedom.
if I may, I have written a poem for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, due to this great event that occurred. Occasionally I put the poetry out there.
So
Lauren.
this event was so strong, it drove you to
It drove me, yes.
to honor
Yes.
the death of one of the
To-
biggest
yes.
ass wipes
Right, exactly.
this nation's ever known.
However, as you know, I am a bit of a leftist, and just because this happened, I still want people to be on their toes. Okay, I want you, Somerville, you, USA, to continue to
You
be on
want to talk
your
about
toes.
getting on toes?
So keep that in mind as I read this.
I'm on my toes right now.
And-
You
and
read
I
the
want
poem.
you to-
You read the poem. I'll protect.
I want you to know, what you think of this. So here it is, Somerville. I don't think I came up with a name yet. You wanna
Untitled.
you want to name it Untitled?
Yeah.
We should probably name it Osama Bin something, right?
Well, so just Osama bin something of a pain in the ass.
Yes.
to a
All
lot
right.
of
Sounds
folks.
good. Osama bin something.
I
So
feel
here
like
it
that's
is.
even like folks at home. Don't think we're taking this lightly. We just can't use our normal cuss words
Yes.
live on the air. Okay,
Right,
there's other
exactly.
words we could use.
If we could cuss.
We would be
The
cussing
darn
up.
son of a gun
there would
would
a
be-
fiesta of f words going on, but we can't. So
Osama bin, what is it?
something somewhat of a pain in the ass.
Somewhat of a pain in the ass. This is a Fremont original for you folks. Osama, Osama, Osama. Now that you are dead, there will be no more drama. And a bullet through the head. And another into your decaying guts. We won't miss the sheer size of your nuts. But alas, Republicans will cheer while they find other ways to hate Obama. Surely there's another angle for drumming fear with the names that don't start with Osama. Your jobs are not threatened by the corporation. Instead, it's the wetbacks and their illegal immigration. So go down to ground zero and wave your flag. But Fremont has seen this kind of thing before, like a woman hormonal while on the rag, and there's plenty we cannot continue to ignore. Our next villains should be the ones that we bailed out, but their needs are heard when they scream and shout. Hear, folks, these clear words of the free. They will surely kill their next Osama Bin Laden, and again leave the dirty work to you and me, while the rich gain off the backs of the downtrodden. But sooner or later, we will have to fight. So if I may, I will suspend my joy tonight.
Well, that was lovely.
What do you think about that?
I appreciate it.
Lawrence?
I like the part where you talked about how in the news there's been a couple live on the air screw ups, and this is by people that get paid to do this sort of thing, where they will be mentioning the death of Osama bin Laden, yet saying Barack Obama's name. And now we've done a few broadcasts. We've got a few under our belt. I would never be mentioning Anthony Mason when I was trying to talk about Perry Mason. I don't think I would do that.
Right, right. Yes, yes.
So what I'm trying to say is blah, 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 wow. You know what I mean? This whole...
I didn't slip up there, Lawrence. Are you saying I slipped up
I think
in my poem?
No, your poem
I tripped up at the beginning. I'm sorry,
No,
folks,
that-
but
I blew
didn't
past
mix
that trope.
Osama and
No, you
Obama.
didn't. I thought you were pointing out how news organizations...
Yes, it's tough, especially when you're reading a poem to rhyme Osama and Obama. I mean, it's an easy rhyme, obviously, but trying to keep them apart within the couplet, within the stanza, within the line, if you will, within the line. It's been a while since I studied poetry. It's been a while since I studied poetry, ladies and gentlemen.
Call in, folks, if you're interested in recommending who should die next. I would like to know.
Exactly.
Should we
I can think of a couple of people.
Anyone off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Carrot Top. No, he doesn't.
I mean, Trump's been very annoying lately, but that's too easy. He's in the news too. That's an easy one.
I think if he would just get an honest haircut, I would feel. I think he would be right in his place.
I mean,
just be honest
do
about
something with
what
that
your
line.
hair. I mean, I say this from my golden perch here, but honestly, Trump, show us what's going on, and then people will react to it, and then. You'll probably get a lot less attention.
He's just a piece of crap. But let's not touch on the mainstream news, Lawrence.
Should
right?
we go? Should we go to the subculture that we?
So
that's way more fun than all this dark.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to be talking about Trump right now. We want to be talking about open studios.
Open studios,
Lawrence.
way much
Okay.
better. We should have still led with this. I'm sorry, we were excited about.
Wow, you gotta get excited about Obama.
That guy, yeah.
That was a joke, Lawrence. That was a joke.
You got me. You got me.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, trying to keep you on your toes, all right? As I mentioned earlier in the program, it's all coming full circle. We try to teach you lessons on the Fremont
Yeah,
Show.
a lot of learning and sharing
yes.
and growing. But speaking of learning,
Yes, speaking of learning.
We went out with all intentions of, meeting some people that basically we were going to be, the artistic force in the room.
Yes,
And I feel
yes.
like largely.
We were blown away.
If I had a hat, I would put it in my hands for you, artists of Somerville. We were truly impressed for once. And thank you for such a day, and I believe
And it's just nice that people bring you into your homes, which we don't often. And they have food ready.
We don't
for
get
you.
into many homes, right?
Right.
Not people don't want to have a conversation with us. People don't want to have a conversation with us on film.
Right.
And they were very friendly. They were
Yes.
very game in terms of allowing us to relax and eat their snacks.
Had a couple of snacks.
Couple drinks, couple.
Because
snacks.
I tell you, walking around Somerville all day, it gets pretty tiring.
I don't know how these yuppies do it.
Although we were in Velvet's car for a bit. We were on foot at first. We did eventually have to get the automobile.
Right.
Which is a bummer with the gas prices these days. But when you're trying to bark around and see the open studios and reach as many artists
Art
in the
is life,
Somerville
and it
area.
supersedes all bummers, and we were not bummed out. Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Just as promised, we were out there meeting people.
Yes.
Getting to know
I've sent
people.
my email out there to a few people.
Emailing.
I might be on an
hands.
extra one of those Facebook groups. I think I'm going to get off it, though. It's kind of annoying.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
It's
some
tough
sort
to
of
read
art
just
Facebook
that crap
group.
that arrives on the computer every day.
But anywho, yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
let's
this
get
is-
some good stuff.
So can we see? Can we have a look here, Lawrence?
I would
in
love
terms
a
of,
look. I would love
what
a
we,
look.
All right. Well, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
gonna dial in on the headphones here. I'm
Yes,
just
yes.
gonna prop
And if there is anyone watching that was part of Open Studios, feel free to call.
yeah, open studios. Thank
So
you to
here
all
it is,
the artists.
Lawrence, from this last Sunday. Here it is.
Cool. Is this garbage or art?
Do you want to tell us a little bit about your life, please? There's a lot of that that goes into the blood of the Freemont family. Well, in automobile. You really look like an artist at work. I feel that, good, heavy apron, absolutely. And your name, sir? Curious stuff. I'm not up on the same Fremont Show. We're here with
Jennifer Swanson Jones.
What do we have here?
We have some watercolor, pop-out, mandala, Photoshop, and photography. And my husband also does kind of comic book style and
Oh, man. Because if it's drawn boobs, we can probably put it on channel 40. Kim Dowd, nice to meet you. Thanks for letting us in your home. We don't get invited to homes often, but please tell us about your own. My art is something pop, fantasy stuff. This is also together with the video. You think that people are looking to them for that, but the idea is people are not to come with it. That's a big thing that's cool. Can you tell us the truth? They called up this group. I'm going to say the phrase too much cleavage is discriminating men. One final question. What is art? What is art? That's good.
That's right, folks. You're watching
My word.
it. You're watching
That
it.
was, I hadn't seen that clip until I lived it, or
Yes.
since I lived it, but that was beautiful, Fremont.
Yes, yes.
And thank you to all the artists, the Downses, who let us into
Yes, yes.
such
I have the list
wonderful-
here, Lawrence,
yeah,
if I may.
Let's do
So
it.
we Jennifer Swanson Downs. She was the one with Lemmy there.
Yeah,
and
right
her,
away. And the pigeon.
her husband, and the pigeon, yes, and her husband, Jim Downs, Conformity Bites. He might have a website, Conformity Bites, but it's Jim Downs, The Art of Jim Downs.
I thought I gave somebody...
Candy Witcher, who I believe is a Somerville artist.
Correct.
The one who
Very
did
nice
the,
lady, had a
oil.
lovely array of
Or I'm sorry,
snacks.
I'm sorry, a Somerville Community Access television
Superstar?
artist of the month.
Oh, Artist of the Month. I think
right?
Skunk was as well. I just got hit with something by Velvet. Okay. It's Jim Downs' website, which is conformitybites.110m as in Mary, B as in boy.com.
Boy, if it wasn't for the Velvet Nihilist, I don't know
Velvet?
what we would do. Let's see,
we have
who
to
else?
respect
Hillary
these folks.
Scott. He had those crazy
Wow. This man...
structures.
This man... that video
Quite a
was
builder, ladies
the
and
tip of the
gentlemen.
iceberg in terms of this man's intellectual and artistic prowess.
Yeah.
He was
quite
absolutely
the,
phenomenal to converse with.
Quite the academic.
Yes.
I was getting punched in the, punched in the face a little
I kept
bit,
thinking about
with some
sun-kissed,
vocab words
and,
that I wasn't always-
I was just sitting there going like, man, I gotta lay down.
Yeah.
But he was terrific, and he has a lot of different things going on. Do you have his email?
He has the Higgins Armory Museum in Worcester,
In
and
Worcester, right,
it's www.electricsculptures.com. I don't know why I did the W's there, but it's the electric.
www.
You don't say. It starts with 3 W's. Huh?
Well, there are actually 2 V's. I don't know why they don't say double V.
yeah.
But
So
the word is, or the letters W.
yeah, and then Skunkadalia there.
Skunk is also a part of the Skulls, that biker group. If you've seen them.
right.
Yeah, they're
so
on the
I'm
BMXs
pretty sure
with the
we're
disco
going to
parties. Party with
those guys one of these nights. What
And
do you
then
think,
Seth
Lawrence?
is at he's at Somerville Open Studios. And when you and I were walking over from
Yes.
a party the other night on last Friday,
Absolutely, yeah.
they were up there hammering away, and they listened to a lot of. I think I saw like a Craig Mack CD in an early Notorious B.I.G.
Oh, Craig
album.
Mack.
Yeah.
I used to hit that up
Brand
back
new
in the day.
flavor in your ear. You know?
Yeah.
Sucker
brand new.
MCs, stop biting my.
Now you're just getting me excited for listening to music on the ride home, Lawrence. I mean, come on.
We don't even have to go home.
But yes, we were walking by and there was some banging and hammering up there on Central in that warehouse that they have there, and apparently it's cool to party on what the third floor.
Those guys were rocking. Yeah,
Third floor,
I'm not
second,
gonna
third
lie.
floor, wherever the
place
weird
was
lighting is, some sort of
absolutely,
pink or-
absolutely demented and. Perfect. These people, these artists, not only are allowed to display their artwork, but it's not in a sort of sterile, gallery setting where, people are moving from one piece to another. It's more, environmental and situational,
Yes,
where
right.
you're stepping into this person's almost their creative. You can see their process, their brain, the way they work and live, and it's terrific. And you get to, relate and kick it with these folks and sort of. Cause some trouble together, and that I can't wait to watch that video again.
So, well, I mean, I feel like that fits right into Lawrence on Sunday. As I often do, ladies and gentlemen, Fremont, I'll head down to the local shop, and pick up a New York Times, even though they're kind of hard to find around
I don't know
Somerville.
where this is going.
That's so on
Those
Sunday.
yuppies wake up mighty frickin' early to get
I
that
do,
Sunday
yes.
time.
Oh,
Even
I'm
earlier.
up,
I think
sometimes I'm up at a crack of dawn on Sunday,
Right up on the
but
crack
more
of
like
dawn.
still up, But anywho, I pick up the Sunday Times, and I'll be gosh darned, Lawrence, if there isn't an article about the grand old city of Somerville.
I heard about this.
Now, did you heard about this?
And I
Lawrence?
looked at it and I saw it on the telephone, which is a weird thing. For those of you watching this in the past, you can see things on a telephone now. But
So you saw on your telephone.
I looked at it on
You
the
looked it
telephone.
on, on the
I
telephone.
logged on.
I believe I actually might have looked at it on my telephone as well.
Right, there's all
but,
different ways to see it. There's
yeah.
there's the paper form, there's on the telephone. One of your idiot friends can tell you about
Basically,
it. You can
I picked
sort of
up
half
the
pay
paper.
attention. Either way, you're going to get to know about Somerville and... Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, basically, I picked up the paper, and then I just kind of wiped the ink around on myself, and then I just looked at it on the telephone.
Just as good.
Just to kill a tree.
Poison one way or the other.
Yes,
You're gonna feel bad once you're done with it, one way or the other. So you might as well just eat the Sunday Times.
Yeah, but I guess what I was trying to say, Lawrence, they were in the last census in Somerville. They had an extra.
in Somerville.
They had an extra question.
That's a natural questions on a studio mic.
I mean, we really got to lay some tracks down, too. We need some more tracks on the Fremont Show. Lawrence, when are you going to the studio again?
I don't know. The sports are in the gym and off the junk, and they're looking great. So
Really? Off the junk, all right? Part of the sports off the
We'll
junk.
certainly let you know.
We have a caller. Hello, caller. It's the Fremont Show. Hello?
Hello, it's the Fremont Show. Turn your set down, please.
Would you like to discuss anything on the program this evening?
Yeah, I'm just saying that show is really funny and great.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you,
Thanks.
thank you.
Is this a man or a woman?
No problem.
Hey, what's your name?
Can we-
Joe,
Joe. Thanks, buddy. Joe, how old are you, my friend?
15.
Absolutely. Keep it rocking. All right. Don't take any garbage at high school.
Yeah.
Let them know you're down with the
How
Fremont Show.
how are those ladies looking there these days?
Good.
Good. Yeah. I'm off, Lawrence. I'm often on the 88 bus, and I tell you what, they don't make these. They make these girls different now.
Joe.
They didn't make them like that.
Joe
back
knows
when
what
we
he's
were
doing.
young.
Joe, one piece of advice: Stooges Funhouse. You go get that. It's $9.99 at your local CD store. You'll be all set, my man. Okay.
Okay.
All
All right.
Look that up.
Good talking to you. Lawrence, I think you blew the kid's mind. That's great.
I'm trying
That's
to
good
help him
advice,
out, man.
Joe.
I was 15 once, too.
I take a lot of my musical suggestions from Lawrence. I was simply trying to say that the ladies,
Yeah.
the high school women.
I saw where you were going.
Yeah, I know that you get a little nervous when I talk to the younger ones, Lawrence. But you know, I can mind my
Nervous,
P's and
guilty.
Q's.
You know.
All right. Well,
You
I
were
think
cussing in
that's.
front of a baby at some art stuff
Yeah,
over the weekend.
I try to look behind
The baby
me,
was out of his line of sight. It was in his blind spot.
But all right, I think that's all we have time for this week,
Should
Lawrence.
we cue up the outro?
Yes.
Everyone, thank you so much, though.
And thanks,
to
everyone,
Somerville
in
Open
Open
Studios,
Studios.
and Barack Obama for dying, and whoever shot that jerk in the head. Just email the Fremont Show. We've got a few more names for you.
Show.